Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Mike McConville here one more time for StringTechWorkstations, Stratford, Ontario, Canada. Now, Sean drove up from Port Perry to drop off a trio of Gibson guitars. As always, we're going to kind of walk you through it. In the foreground here, we got a double cut Les Paul, and it's got this sculpted wraparound tailpiece slash bridge. We're going to kind of tweak that and cut a compensated nut to match. Now, this one will be 9 to 46 strings. This Les Paul standard, also of Sean's, is in for a complete refret. There's not too much left of these frets. We'll show you as we move along. For those of you who are following my channel, you know that a good strong 60% of the guitars I work on are Gibson guitars. Electric and acoustic, new and vintage. And I try to divulge as much information as I can to shed a little light on what it takes to get these Gibsons to behave themselves. Now that Sean's two Les Pauls, the double cut Les Paul and the standard, are done, we're going to start in now on his LG-00, beautiful small bodied guitar. But before I even lift a finger on this one, we're going to start with the tuning check so you can see where the guitar is now. Here's our open string. This is a plain third, and this is what he wants the guitar set up for. So it's standard pitch. He's using this as really an acoustic blues guitar. All 6 open strings are tuned. Let's check the 12th fret. Okay, the first string is the only one that's even close to being calibrated. Now the next tuning check we're going to do is the 7th fret. And I'm going to tune the guitar to that 7th fret. And then the 19th fret octave. Holy smokes, that's right off the charts. Next one, I'm sure it's going to be the same all the way across. Oh, that's actually pretty close. The one string that is. Okay, so that's where the guitar is now before I did any adjustments at all. These are the stages of calibration that I went through on Sean's LG-00. So initially, we had 19 cents sharp, 6 cents sharp. This one was in tune initially, and I'll explain that later, why it's flat. So after the first round of adjustment on the saddle, we ended up lining up that low E. The D was now 8 cents flat. Now there's a reason for that, because we lowered the action considerably because it was set up way too high and the truss rod was too tight and it was going in the back bow. So this was one of the reasons why we had 19 cents sharp, because the action was so high, you were stretching the string when you brought it into contact with the fret. And in the case of the D, it was fine initially, but when we lowered the action, we weren't generating enough pressure, and it ended up being 8 cents flat. Anyway, here you go. 1 cent flat, 6 cents flat. First string was fine. My third attempt at lining it up, as you can see, 5 cents flat, 2 cents flat, 2 cents flat, 3 cents flat. And then finally, on the fourth time around, we got them all lined up. So once that was accomplished, Then we turned our attention to the nut. Now what we're looking at is fretting the 12th fret note, which we did, and then playing the open string. So these were the values on the original nut all the way across. That was our first adjustment, second adjustment, third adjustment, and fourth adjustment. We got it lined right up. So now it's perfectly in tune, and now we can do a quick tuning check before we bring it into the house and let you really hear it. Now that all the work has been done, let's readdress this tuning. I'm going to get my other mute out here. This pretty lively little guitar. So here we go. Here's our little LG-00. So I've got that looped. I'm going to let that play.